Tactical 16 radio.
Fire in the hole!
With Silent J.
Hi everybody, it's Silent J, and this is Tactical 16 Radio with Silent J. This might be the last one for a few weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I have so much on my plate. That's really an analogy, which is going to lead me into my first ranting topic, but bear with me for a minute. I have a lot on my plate. For all you anorexics out there that don't know what that means, it means I have a lot of things going on in my life, and I'm starting to feel overwhelmed. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but I feel that way right now, and I don't like that feeling at all. So, I realized that this transitioning out of the Army, well, into going from AGR into the reserves, and moving is kind of a pain in the neck. Like that. Like a pain in the neck. And yeah, it's annoying. I'll tell you that much. It really is annoying that something of oh, why the hell am I yawning? In this magnitude, something this important in my life just can't go smoother. It's stressful as it is. I don't even know if I'm sad that I'm getting out of the AGR program. For those of you that don't know what AGR is Active Guard Reserve. I'm active duty at a reserve unit, and I'm going from being there full time every day of the week to just doing the weekend thing, and moving to a different state, transferring to a unit up in New York, from the west coast of Pennsylvania, and there's just so much crap that goes along with it. Paperwork. Everybody, I realized today that as I was walking down the hall from work, shaking my head because of another phone call I had to make, was that this process is the utmost importance lies on the fact that a bunch of people that don't know each other and will never see each other are pretty much in line with one another of, they did this, I had to do that, the next person has to do this. It's like an assembly line of people being on board with what they have to do to complete a job. And so far, what I've seen is utter failure. It's just, it's a pain in the ass. And then things don't help. My landlady's crazy. What I perceive to be crazy. Probably extremely sane and well-rounded, but my thought is that I feel as if she's no. She's being a pain in the neck. Pain in the neck's going to be the key to the show tonight. All right, there's lots of pains in my neck, and I'm sure they're going to travel south and become a pain in my ass. You know what I mean? If anybody wants to complain about their job or anything like that, or things in their life, I understand, okay? And do have a phone line for that, and the number is I don't know, I'll let you know in a second here once I pull it up. But anyway, before I go on any farther, I just want to let you guys know that the show is brought to you by Tactical16.com. Tactical16.com is a cool website that I'm part of and honored to be a part of. And what Tactical 16 does is they publish books written by veteran authors. They help the process. They smooth out the process, and they don't make publishing a book that big of a pain in the butt. Tactical 16 should move to HRC and all the down tracing elements of this chain of command that takes care of people's paperwork when they're transitioning from AGR to the reserves. Because I tell you what, publishing a book before used to be a hassle. It's not a hassle anymore. Cut out a bunch of the middlemen and women. Let's not be sexist here. Cut out a bunch of the dead weight, trim the fat, so to speak, got rid of the, you get it. We got rid of people, and we make it a whole lot easier for other people to do what they want to do, like write a book and put it out there so people can enjoy their story. And the kind of books we put out there are veterans that want to tell their story to the masses, or the masses being whatever demographic that buys the book, So it's a fair and easy process. Something I have not been a part of lately, but that's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm really not. Okay, I am. I'm bitter. I started my paperwork a long time ago. It should not be like this. This is annoying. It really is. George Bush had an easier time with paperwork in 2000. You know what I mean? Al Gore, he had a hard time with paperwork. I feel like Al Gore right now, except I'm better looking than him. Way better looking, even though he can grow a pretty cool beard for dope. He can grow a pretty kick-ass beard. But anyway, if you're watching this and you look over my right shoulder, you see the Vets on Media banner. VetsOnMedia.com is how you're listening to the show or watching the show. If you didn't just stumble upon the show by accident, you're watching the show because of VetsOnMedia.com. Why, hello, I always yawn. Every time I do a damn show, I start to yawn. I really got to get the juices flowing here to entertain you guys. And when I entertain you guys, I entertain myself. I am a slow-moving pebble, at the top of the mountain. But don't worry, towards the end, I become a big giant ball of rock and dirt and debris and just bowl over everybody. You got to start slow. You know what I mean? You got to pick up momentum. Gain some leverage and steam and speed. But anyway, if you want to call up the show tonight, the number is 602-399-7787. That is 602-399-7787. For the slow kids, grab a pen, grab a paper, grab a marker, grab a paintbrush, paint on the wall, in case you can't remember numbers. It's 602-399-7787. Okay? Easy enough. You know what I mean? But, what's going on in the world of Tactical 16? I'll tell you a little bit. I was on the radio yesterday with Tactical 16's founder, Eric Shaw. We went to KDKA in Pittsburgh. It's the oldest radio station in the country. Okay? And we went on, and they talked to Eric about Tactical 16, all the cool stuff we did, and I got to talk for a little bit too, which was cool. They got a way better studio than I do, but of course mine's in the basement, and theirs is not. They're up higher. I'm underground. I'm literally underground radio. Okay, you feeling me? I am a movement. I'm a cult. Speaking of movement, I might have to cut the show soon. But I went there, and I was just excited. I love radio stations. I love seeing all the moving parts, all the stuff, the soundboard, the mics, all that stuff, the producer's box. Just, to me, it's fascinating. I love it. That stuff excites me. Ugh. Unlike this show, which is apparently not exciting me right now because I'm yawning. But the cool thing is, I got to I just got to watch, I guess, pros. I guess I'm a pro. I've worked at a FM station before. I'm a pro. I've been doing this for 4 years. Either just podcasting, internet radio, it was a local, small, community-based FM station. So I feel I'm a pro. And I'm not talking bad about those guys that interviewed us. They're really nice guys. I caught something though, and I guess this is normal. Okay, we walked in, and Eric Shaw, and hugs and handshakes all around, and Eric had a family member with us, and she said hello to everybody, and then God, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. And then they ask, "Oh, who's this guy?" To me, I'm just paraphrasing, and Eric Shaw goes, "Oh, that's Jay. That's our radio guy." I'm like, "Oh, radio guy? One radio guy to another." And he's like, "Yeah, he does podcasting and the internet radio." And the one guy made a face like this, like that's what I caught. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion, but I don't think so. Anyone like that? He tucked his jaw in, like, ugh. When you see something you don't like, ugh. That's the guy that, to me, that's the guy that owned the real nice stable and would take care of horses when they would go through the town. And these horse riders and travelers had to stop and refresh their horse. And then I was the guy that drove by in a new automobile, and the guy at the stable was like, what's that? It's the new way, my friend. It's an automobile. I am a car. I'm plugged in. Okay? I love radio, but you got to be realistic here. You look at the way media is now. Media, as we knew it growing up, and our parents knew it growing up, not the same. It's not going to last. It's not self-sustaining. And I don't see any room for improvement in your traditional media outlets, i.e. Local news or FM AM radio. And trust me, I dreamed about, my whole childhood was just dreaming about being a DJ on the radio. I mean, that was my whole fascination, and I'm not knocking it. I love that. Like I said, I was super excited about being in the station yesterday. It's like a childhood dream of mine. It is a childhood dream of mine. So I get excited about that stuff. But I also realize, as technology is moving at a rapid pace, the old way of thought and the old way of entertainment just isn't going to work anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you look at FM and AM radio. You look at satellite radio. You look at podcasting. You look at Stitcher. You look at TuneIn. You look at Podbean, iTunes, Slacker Radio, Pandora. That is taking over. All of those things I just mentioned are taking over AM and FM radio, and also satellite radio. Satellite radio was the coolest thing when it first came out. When Sirius first came out and XM first came out, there was like, oh my God, there's like, how can they beam songs from outer space into my car? How can they do that? That's insane. I don't even know the real added perk of it, other than that I got to pay for it. Oh, it's commercial free. And the guys at the FM and the AM were like, commercial free? You can't host radio without commercials. How are you going to pay for it? Now people don't have to deal with commercials because they're paying for it. That's how it's sustained. And FM and AM kind of like put their, kind of thumb their nose, put their nose up, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. They didn't think it was a good idea. Think it was going to last. Well, fast forward, what? Satellite radio has been around 15 years, I'd say. Let's say about 15 years. Now you look at everything internet-based. You look at everything podcasting-based and streaming radio and audio-based, like I said, like Pandora or Slacker or Stitcher. There's not even a need for satellite radio anymore. There really isn't, because you know what? On this little device that I am holding in my hand, my Galaxy, my smartphone, I can plug this in to the auxiliary input on my phone, from my phone, into my car, or I can set it up via Bluetooth. I don't know, however you can hook this up to your car, and you can play anything you want. You can listen to any genre you want. You could do anything you want for entertainment. Or if you have some cars that have Wi-Fi, have the internet, where they have like Pandora already built in the car, and stuff like that. What do you need? You just need a phone, right? Everybody needs a phone nowadays. So, should I listen to something that has 1,000 commercials? Or I could go to something that I have to pay for? Or I could already use something that I'm paying for and just plug it into my car and get all that stuff for free without commercials. And I'm sure there's a couple commercials here and there on the streaming audio, but not too many. I could listen to 5, 10, 15 songs and then have to listen to a 15 or 30-second commercial that I could skip halfway through it. Yeah, that's awesome. So, and internet radio and podcasting is the same way. You could listen to this boring show without commercials and just hear me stumble through 2 hours, or you could listen to somebody else's show that's on a platform that talk for 5 minutes, commercials for 5 minutes, talk for 2 minutes, commercials for 20 minutes, talk for 15, talk for a half hour, and then you got what, a 7-minute commercial break, 6-minute commercial break? And I'm not just picking on radio. I understand radio has to survive, so radio has to sell advertisement. The thing I've always thought of, when you see like a big television event on TV, I remember years ago there was the 9/11 memorial on television, and it was brought to you by, it was like Chrysler or General Motors or something like that, and it was commercial free. Wow, isn't that insane that you could have a TV show run commercial free and it didn't hurt viewership, and you still got money from advertisers because they were sponsoring the event. They weren't plopping in a 30-second commercial, every 15 minutes. They were like, here, this event is brought to you by GM. Okay, wow, that's cool. Or there's a thing now called product placement. You see a TV show and everybody's walking around with a Dr. Pepper. I was going to say Mountain Dew, but I can't stand Mountain Dew. It's like, it's diabetic urine to me. It's just nasty. It's just gross. It's everything that a diabetic can't really take in. They just pee it out, and you get this neon yellow sugar substance. I don't like Mountain Dew at all. I like Dr. Pepper. Just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm partial to the color of Dr. Pepper. No, it's the taste. I like the taste. But I haven't had Dr. Pepper in ages, which is a good thing, right? You watch the show now and you see product placement, and guess what? Okay, you see 1 Dr. Pepper, you see 2 Dr. Peppers. Okay, after the 3rd or 4th one that you see, and it's not like you see, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see the back of the label of my water bottle. No, you see the name of it right here. Everybody's walking around, on the hard camera side, or the camera side, when you could see the brand. That's not a mistake. That's not accidental. That's on purpose. That's product placement. That's how advertisers are really getting into the show. I'd rather deal with somebody on, I don't even watch sitcoms, but if I was to watch a sitcom and it was a 30-minute sitcom, commercial free, I might watch that as opposed to watching a sitcom that has, 7 minutes of showtime and then 3 minutes of commercials, and then rotate that, for 30 minutes. I don't want that. But if I was to watch a 30-minute commercial-free sitcom, and instead of saying, "Hey, are you hungry? I'll put a pizza in the oven," no, or they could say, "Hey, you hungry? I'll put this Tombstone pizza in the oven, or Tony's pizza in the oven." You say that, once episode, twice an episode. Okay, it's a little hokey, but you know what? At least I am I'm not going to change the channel on a commercial break, because if I'm watching something and I get freaking bored of it, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to really miss out too much of my life if I change this during a commercial break. If I'm watching a show and it kind of sucks, like now, and I'm like, okay, commercial break, that gives me a reason to get up and walk away and do something. That gives me a reason to change the channel. Why? Because I don't want to watch commercials. You know why I don't want to watch commercials? Because when I go to the store, I know what I need. I know what I want. If I'm thirsty, I know what kind of water I'm going to get. If I'm hungry, I know I'm going to get vegetables. I know I'm going to get some meat. I know what kind of oatmeal my daughter prefers. I don't need a commercial to tell me that oatmeal A is way better than oatmeal B just because it's got a cool box. I could give a shit. I look at the product and I'm like, I like this one better. Sometimes I don't care what the price is. Sometimes if I like something, I'm going to pay a higher price because I like that product. Commercials don't tell me that. You know what commercials tell me? I'll tell you exactly what commercials tell me. Commercials tell me that our product doesn't really, this is until I get commercials to play on the show. Once I start playing commercials on the show here, I love commercials. If you're an advertiser and you're watching this, I love commercials. I really love commercials. Put your product here. Okay? I'll get rid of all this junk behind me. You put your product, I don't need this. If you make a good oatmeal, I put your oatmeal right here. Okay? Nobody needs to see any of this. They don't pay the bills. Get somebody up there. Hey, Voss Water, I like it. You could go right there. Okay? Get rid of that guy. All right? I'm just pointing to the banner behind me if you're just listening and not watching this. The point being, the point I'm trying to make is that technology is moving at a rapid pace, and the forms of entertainment we have need to either catch up with it or be left in the past, be part of history. All right? And that's simple as that. And just what I felt for a split second yesterday, when the guy gave a look, like I said, I could be blowing this out of proportion. I just can be completely paranoid. The one guy just looked at me like, internet radio. You got a studio in your basement. You got lights. You got a board. You got a computer. You got a green screen. Ooh, I'm scared. He's got no reason to be scared of me. But collectively, you look at what podcasts have done lately. Everybody should be scared. Even other podcasts, like you look at certain shows or listen to certain shows, it's like, damn, that is really good. And that's free. It's free. Like, I love Joe Rogan's show, Joe Rogan Experience. I love that show. You know what? He does 5 minutes of commercials in the beginning, but he doesn't just do live reads like blah, 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 blah. He weaves it into a story with his guest, and then I could deal with that. I like that. Okay? I like the products he talks about. And if I don't, guess what? I could fast forward. I could fast forward to the beginning of the show. I like that aspect of he just gets it all out of the way in the beginning, and then you get 2.5, 3 hours of entertainment. And yeah, that's good. But so anyway, I left did the interview, and I had a blast. It was fun. I love that atmosphere. I really do, and I really hope and wish that terrestrial radio lasts forever, because to be behind a microphone at a radio station and knowing that people can change the channel or change the station on the drop of a dime, the fact that it's like your job to just keep them tuned into you. Even with the commercial break, I like that. I really do. I think it's an art form, and I hope it lasts. I really do. Yeah. Huh. Nice. I just saw a thing here. There was an NFL football player gave up his seat to a Marine. Gave up his first class seat, I think, to a Marine, and people were like, "Oh, he's fake. He's fake. He's wearing his cover inside. He's his uniform didn't look right." Guess what? He served 28 years in the Marine Corps. He's 77 years old. Don't know where he was going. He might have been going to a function. You never know. You're an old vet. You got the right to wear your uniform. All right. He's 77 years old. He's 28. He spent 28 years in the Marines, and people were calling him a fake because of the way his uniform looked. Well, you know what? There was also another video of there was an old veteran, World War II or a Korean War vet, I think World War II vet, that was outside applauding people that were running a marathon. And people during the marathon, during the race, whatever the case, started running up to him and shaking his hand. You look at that guy, he had the old khaki pants and the I don't know what the uniform was called back then, but like his Class A top, the jacket, the blazer, with his medals and stuff. Underneath, he just had like a white T-shirt. He didn't have the shirt on with the tie and stuff like that. But you know what? Nobody sat there and goes, that old disheveled guy is a fake. Look at, he's not wearing the uniform the right way. Now, you know what? That's a guy that saved the free world from Nazism, fascism, and communism. All the isms, And if he was younger, he'd probably be kicking terrorism ass. Old guys didn't like the isms. So, look at that. Nobody called him a fake. It's just like people are so quick to jump on, the bandwagon when it comes to crap like that. There was one instance where a guy just was leaving a funeral, and he had an Army uniform on, and he had medals and shit all over the place. And he was confronted by two service members. That guy was a fake. When he's saying, "Oh, I got this and I got that," and he's fumbling through his awards, and obviously you can tell somebody that's real and somebody that's a fake, and somebody that's just an old veteran that, like, this is my uniform, this is how it is, and this is it. And you see guys walking around with SF tabs, Ranger tabs, Mountaineer tabs, the President Run 100 tab, and the shoots and sneer, and it's on the wrong side, and it's got medals where medals shouldn't be, and ribbons where ribbons shouldn't be. That guy most likely is fake. When you see some old guy and he's wearing his cover inside, or his stuff doesn't look up to date, guess what? It might just be an old veteran going to a reunion, or going to a funeral, or going somewhere, where he wanted to go in uniform. Maybe his grandson or granddaughter, or great-grandson or great-granddaughter was graduating basic training and wanted to go and show his support and show his admiration by wearing the same uniform his relatives, his offspring's offspring are now sharing. So people are so quick, and that's the thing I don't get. People are so quick to, and now I'm going to sound like a hypocrite later on, people are so quick to just jump on the bandwagon and just try to slam somebody. It's like the latest trend, the latest craze nowadays is to just slam the hell out of somebody. I am a meager, I'm a nobody. I'm just an average, ordinary nobody. And to make myself feel better and elevate myself to where I feel I should be, or how I should be perceived by society, means that You just got to slam the hell out of somebody in the comments section of an article you read or a video that you saw on the internet. It's instances like that where it's just like you're ruining it for the smart people. You're really ruining it for the smart people that go after dummies like Nancy Grace or Pierce Morgan. You know, I don't like either one of them. You know, I don't. Cricket and hashtags do not impress me. Okay, so I just save the slams for somebody that may really deserve it. You know, somebody that just sounds like an idiot on TV or on Twitter or something like that, and you feel it's your obligation to slam them, you know, and you're doing it the right way. By all means, my friends, go for it. Hell, if you want to slam the show, that's fine with me. Just put it in the comment section below. All right. If however you found this, there's a comment section somewhere. You could leave a review on iTunes. You can find this show, Tactical 16 Radio with Silent J, on iTunes, and you can, if you don't like this show, guess what? Leave a 5-star rating, and then you could leave a nasty review. I'm fine with that. I urge you to go on iTunes and leave me a rating and a review in the comment section. You can go to podbean.com as well, and you can follow me, but you got to leave a comment, okay? And that's what I want, because I'm an intelligent individual and I can make such demands like that. But I was watching, we were talking about media and TV and all this other stuff. I was watching TV this evening with somebody, and it's, what is it, not The Biggest Loser, the other show where big people get small. And I think it's a bunch of crap. Okay, I really think. First of all, the show sucks. I don't even know what the show's called. Makeover, Extreme Makeover, something like that. Fat Body Edition. I don't know, something like that. Here's the thing. Unless you have a medical condition, like a bona fide medical condition, thyroid issue, metabolism issue, you know, depression, you know, those are medical conditions. Having a child, medical condition. Okay, if you can't lose weight, that's one thing. You can. But the way you got it, if it's a medical condition, that's fine. I've had some friends that were overweight because of whatever, you know, certain issues, and it's like, okay, he was skinny before, or he was thin, he was in shape, he was healthy before, he knows how to get there. It's the people that just 20 years of my life has just been so. This is the whole show. 20 years. I don't know what happened. It's just like this demon inside me. It's just taking over my body. And look at my belly button. Look at it. It looks like a crack in the sidewalk. It's that big. You see it? Look at it. And they're shaking it. And it's like, how the hell? There's no way that a lady in her 30s, or 40s, 30s should be that big. This lady I was watching, you know who she's bigger than? Brock Lesnar. You know who else she's bigger than? John Cena. She's bigger than Triple H. Body weight wise. There's no reason for that. If you're an old school wrestling fan, if your girl looks like Bastion Booger with a wig on, there's a problem. Listen, if your girl even remotely looks like Bastion Booger, there's a problem with you. Okay? But if the person you're with is, and it happens to be a girl, and she can be considered a super heavyweight in prime fighting, you know, a pride fighting, there's a problem. And if it's not medically related, if it's just the way you eat and what you eat and your lack of willpower, why should they make a TV show about it? And if it's the medical one, guess what? You should go on one of those health or doctor or medical cable channels. Go on that. Like, because of this medical condition, I had clinical depression, and I have this problem wrong with me. I have Graves' disease. My thyroid's messed up, and I am 465 pounds, and I'm a 32-year-old mother of 3. That's like, oh damn, there's something wrong with her. Oh, how do you fix it, doctor? Because I want to know. Because if that ever happens to me, I want to be one step ahead. But if you just see somebody, don't matter who it is, I just let go of myself. I just let go. I don't know. Here's the thing. You got married to your high school sweetheart, okay? They saw you when you were 15. You weren't that cute. They saw you in your 20s. Now they see you in your 30s. Not going to change that much. They're still with you. You know what you got? You got a level of comfort that will never go away. You know what else you got? You got a lack of motivation because you had big dreams with your job or your career, and guess what? 20 years later, you're still in a cubicle. So it's like you just go to this little prison box and push buttons for 8 hours a day. Your punishment for not chasing after your dreams is you sit in this little cloth and plastic and metal prison cell that has a desk, and you just gotta hit keys. You gotta type for 8 hours. You gotta answer phones, and every once in a while they let you go for a walk. You get to go to the yard to go exercise. You get to go to the copy room, and you get to go make copies, or you get to scan something. That's it. And then you eat, and then you go back, and you're back in prison. And then you go home, and it's another prison. Because you know there's only 6 hours that you could possibly stay awake before you have to go to sleep and do that all over again. So what do you do for 6 hours? You have what the Southern people like to call comfort food. You like to have comfort food. You come down to the South and you have comfort food because it's comfortable to eat greasy, salty, nasty food that's going to kill you. Comfort food is good. Screw comfort food. You know what's comfortable for me? Anything that tastes good that isn't going to kill me. That's comfort food. You know what? Sushi is a comfort food for me in moderations. You know what else is a good comfort food? I had a salad last night with garbanzo beans and beets in it. Okay? That was comforting. Knowing that the food I'm eating isn't going to kill me. I don't always eat the healthiest, all right? I'm not knocking anybody. You know, there's times that this, oh my God. 2 nights ago, I had a cheeseburger with pickles, bacon, and peanut butter on it. You know why? Because I wanted it. But you know why I allowed myself to have it? Because I'm not going to eat it 7 nights in a row. That's why. Okay? So guess what I'm drinking right now? I have something. This is a comfort liquid for me. It's called water. You know why water is a comfort food for me or a comfort beverage for me? Because I know I'm not going to die from drinking an adequate amount of it. And if you drink too much of it, of course you could die because you flush all that good things out of your body like electrolytes and sodium. Well, electrolytes, sodium, kind of the same thing. You're going to flush your system if you drink too much. So, but I know if I drink, you know, the desirable amount of water in the course of a day, it's comforting knowing that it's going to help me out. I'm going to be healthy from it. I'm going to be hydrated. My skin's going to be decent. My skin's kind of sucky, but I just know that it's going to be good. It's going to flush my system of crap. You know, it feels good. It tastes good. It's refreshing. That's a comfort food for me. You know what else is a comfort food for me? A good salad like last night. You know, and then I had baked chicken, bruschettas chicken. So I had baked chicken with tomatoes and onion and the parsley on it. And that was good. It was comforting knowing that the meal I had last night wasn't going to induce a heart attack, okay? But some people have it confused. Like, I was reading an article in the Buffalo News on Facebook before the show, and it's like this restaurant's opening up in one of the south towns, like Hamburg or Orchard Park, that area of Buffalo, and it had a picture of like mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, and fried chicken, and they said, this place is going to be good because it's comfort food. The fuck it is. It's not comfort food. Sorry for my language. That's not comfort food. That's, you know what? That's Paula Deen death food. That's what that is. Hi, I'm Paula Deen. Eat the fried chicken. And you know what we fried this fried chicken in? Butter and grease and more butter and more grease. And to top it off, we sprinkle a little bit of grease on it and some salt. And it tastes so good. It's comforting. And then I take this genetically modified piece of corn and I just slather it in butter and salt. It's so comfortable. And then when I take all those drippings and I make a gravy out of it. And I take the genetically modified potatoes and I mash them up. And I take the fat and the grease and the butter and the salt and the death and I sweat in it, so the sweat's in there too, and I make a gravy out of it, and I put the gravy over the mashed potatoes, and there you go. You got fried chicken, you got corn on the cob, and mashed potatoes, and the main ingredient in all of it is butter, salt, and deadly heart attacks. But it's so comforting because if you eat a lot of it, you pass out. Yeah, that's right. I'm Paula Deen. You pass out. You get the diabetes. You go into shock. But you know what? It's so good because it's comforting. It's comforting knowing that you just went into a coma because my food did that to you, and it warms my heart knowing my food affected you. Bless your hearts. Oh, you simple things. This food's so good. That's not comfort food. That's not good. It may taste good. You know why it tastes good? Because it's got grease and it's got salt in it. Yeah, of course. You know what? Sugar, grease, and salt taste really good. You know what? If frickin' Brussels sprouts and lima beans tasted really, really good, guess what? There'd be a Hershey's Brussels sprouts lima bean bar with almonds and without. But they taste good in a different way. They don't taste good in a way of like, oh, damn, I want to give this lady 50 cents at this gas station so I could get this bar of pressed lima beans with almonds because it tastes so good. No, it's the thing that, I'm going to dinner. What am I going to have as a side? Oh, I might have some lima beans, Brussels sprouts or spinach because you know what? With that complements this piece of fish I'm having. Or this nice grass-fed bison steak I'm having. Or, for you freaky vegans, you know what? These lima beans and these Brussels sprouts are just so good, I'm just going to end it right here. I don't need anything else. Listen, here's the thing. If you only went after the really, really, really good stuff that was deadly, you'd go after a supermodel that's a 10. All right? Because the supermodels aren't that good for you. They're not comfort food. It's good. It's good. It's good for you. But it's going to kill you at the end. You don't want that. No, you want the fattening stuff. That's just going to slowly kill you. You want the spouse that you're looking at right now. That's just slowly going to kill you. That's what you want. That's the difference between food. It's not that good. So, I don't like these shows that, I lost my point there a second ago. I just try to go through with it, but whatever. I don't like the fact that these shows highlight, like, okay, this person had no willpower for 20 years, so what we're going to do, we're going to have them go on TV and we're going to give them money, and that's going to be their willpower. That's not right. That's not right at all. No. I don't want to see that on TV. I don't want to see an utter failure for 3/4 of their lives, if not all of their life, go on TV and then get rewarded because they lost some weight. No. How is that good? That's not good. That's not motivating. That's not heartwarming. That's not touching. You know what that is? That's somebody that is staring at the Grim Reaper every day and wants that creepy, ghostly figure to go away. So like, oh God, I'm 40 years old. I have high blood pressure. I have the sugar or diabetes. And I look down and all I could see is, I don't know what that even is supposed to be in my body, but it's there and it blocks the rest of the view. I don't know if I'm an innie or an outie anymore when it comes to a belly button. I can't see my privates. I can't see my knees. I can't see my toes. I haven't been able to scratch my back or wipe my butt in 10 years. I got this stick that does everything for me. I don't know what I look like for a big chunk of my body because it overlaps. And when I raise my arm up, I see a different part of my arm. Not like this. Not like I see my arm and I see my arm. No, I put this and it's like window blinds has just been turned and I see a whole different part of it. And that part's dusty and I got to clean it. You know why it's dusty? Because I only see it like 30 seconds out of the day. And I'm going to die because I'm fat. And I haven't taken care of myself. And now I'm a nuisance to everybody because nobody wants to fly with me. Nobody's going to invite me to an amusement park. Paddle boats are out of the question. Double bicycles that's an utter failure. And yeah, my downstairs neighbors get pissed off when I get excited when my favorite sports team scores. I'm not doing this for me per se, but I am doing this for me. I'm not really doing this for anybody around me per se, but I'm doing it for everybody around me. I'm doing it because I'm going to die. And I need to change myself. That's what these people are thinking. Nobody that big wakes up and they're like, you know what? I've treated myself poorly for a long time. I'm suffering for it, and I got to make a change. No, people are like, oh my God, I'm so young, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I can't afford that casket. Look at the size of the thing. You mean a double plot? You're gonna bury me in a double plot? Yeah, you take just like the airplane. You take up 2 seats. I don't want to do that. I go, okay, I guess I gotta lose weight. I guess I gotta be healthy now. But I want to do it on TV. That's not nice. Yeah, if you know somebody that's overweight and they're working on it, encourage them. But tell them, listen, you lost all privileges from being able to go on TV because you know these shows where the people get skinny on the shows have been around for what, 10, 15 years now? 10 years? A good 10 years, let's say a good solid 10 years. Guess what? It's not changing anybody. Nobody sits there and watches these shows like nobody watched Celebrity Fit Club and be like, ah, man, fuck, I don't want to end up like Gary Busey. You don't want to end up like Gary Busey in a number of ways, but nobody ever watched Celebrity Fit Club and like, if Gary Busey can lose weight, I can lose weight. I'm inspired by Gary Busey, so I'm going to lose weight. And nobody said, I watched this extreme weight show. And if Tim and Bonnie did it, not Tim, Bonnie sounds like a fat name. Yeah. And Doug sounds like a fat name. If Bonnie and Doug can do it, then I can do it. No. You know what happens? You know what changes big people's minds? When they go to look at themselves in the mirror and they realize that mirror isn't doing it for them. Okay? And you can't back up enough to fit in said mirror. Or if one of your buddies that used to go to Sonic with you all the time to get a triple bacon hot dog deep fried in lard on a pretzel bun with all the fixins and a 64-ounce, 3-flavored, not really real lemonade with 35 grams of sugar in it. Your buddy that used to go and eat all that stuff with, he just died, and you don't want to end up like that, because now you see what it did to everybody else, and you're sad, you're lonely. You don't got any other friends that want to go to Sonics with you, because all your thin friends are like, nah, dude, I ain't going to Sonic. No. Or I ain't going to Popeyes or Churches or fucking In-N-Out is so good. Five Guys is good too. We'll leave them out of it. I ain't going to McDonald's with you. I don't care if they have free Wi-Fi. I ain't doing that. And you realize I can't enjoy all these nasty foods by myself. Oh man, where are they going? Hey, can I go with you guys? No, the juice bar is not your thing. No. Nope. Oh, come on, but I want to go. I lost my fat friend. I only have fat people with me now. No, I don't think you're cut out to go to the smoothie place with me. No. Nope, sorry. I'll have a smoothie, you go have a Sonic. Smoothie, Sonic, smoothie, Sonic. And you know what I won't see in 20 years? You. That's what they say. And that's why the fat person wants to lose weight, because they're tired of being shunned by people that have willpower. Like, I need willpower. So I'm going to go on TV. That's dumb. I don't applaud anybody. And then they lose 200 pounds in a year, and then, yay, everybody loves them on TV because, yay, yeah, it's great. No, that TV show didn't do that because they wanted to help you. The TV show did that because of commercials, which leads me back to my first problem. We have to update the way we entertain ourselves, and watching fat people get thin, and it's not permanent. When they go back and do the cam reviews in 5 years, like, oh, what happened to you? Oh, you were so skinny the last time I saw you on TV. And they're sitting on a park bench, a stone one. There's reasons for the stone bench. And they're sitting there like, well, after I found my new body, this is Doug talking. After I found my new body, my girl she left me. She said I turned into an asshole. And she left me, and then I don't know, my friends at work really liked me anymore because I was kind of arrogant and they were all big. And I didn't have any friends. I didn't have my girl. So I just ate. And I ate. And then I saw Paula Deen had a new microwave dinner. And that was comfort food. Yeah. You know what got me? The microwavable fried chicken and mashed potatoes with the fake gravy got me. The 100% real fake gravy got me. And now I'm big again. And they won't let me on the show again other than just to do an update. It's like a no smoking commercial. This is what happens to you. And they had the big picture, and then the picture of the big person, and they shrunk it down. This is me now, and they're all excited. And 5 years later, they're all alone on a park bench. Oh, isn't anybody paying any attention to me? Can I just cut my stomach in half? I still have the willpower. The cameraman's like, you're a lost cause. The cameraman's walking away. I still have the willpower. It's just, I need help. It's a disease. That's the thing I love. It's a disease. No. Opening your mouth and putting food in it is not a disease, okay? That's not a disease. Now, if you stick something in your throat to get rid of that food, that's when it becomes a disease. I don't know I don't know what kind of disease it is. I know what it's called, but me not being a medical professional, I kind of understand that's a disease. Just shoving food in your mouth over and over again is not a disease. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, I'm fat shaming, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Eating a ton of food and getting big is not a disease. It's called not giving not caring. It's called being selfish. For one, you didn't share it with anybody. I can see by it says you're not into sharing your treats. Okay? You didn't share. You're selfish. You have no willpower. And you don't know how to say, I'm done with this good thing. Because too much of a good thing is a bad thing, right? You know, just look at cocaine, for example. Turns into a very bad thing. People think it's a good thing in the beginning. Okay? Same thing with food. Those Hershey bars, those pints of ice cream, of fried food, the comfort food, the good Southern comfort food, not really that good for you. If you want to know what it's like for people that just like, okay, listen, soul food, Southern food, fried food, it tastes good. I like going to a barbecue joint in the South when I'm down there for whatever reason, just to feel better about myself. When I go down south, the first thing I do is find like a soul food place or like a barbecue place because it's good. It's really good. But you know what? I'll really stuff my face, but that's it. Then I walk away, and I don't come back for like a year or two. All right? There's no reason to keep going back over and over and over again, and over and over and over again. If you want to know what it's like, if you want to see people that love their food and don't care what happens to them, go down to Mississippi or Alabama. I've been there. You got a lot. Listen. Okay, I'm talking bad about Alabama and Mississippi. If you're a listener and you're from Alabama or Mississippi, no, it's not, because I saw the demographics of this show and I didn't see anybody from Alabama or Mississippi listening. If you're from Alabama and Mississippi, you need to stop. The unhealthiest state, obese state is Mississippi, followed up slowly by a second place Alabama. There's nothing good about saying, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to eat this good food because it's good, it's greasy. I'm going to eat it over and over and over again and then just get fat. That's what Alabama and Mississippi. If you have no willpower, you will look like Alabama and Mississippi. Nobody wants to look like that. You want to look and feel good, okay? It's okay to eat ice cream. It's okay to eat fried food. Just don't do it every day, all day, all right? I don't want to be on TV to lose weight. Done. It's over. End of story. Quit your comfort food. Quit your comfort food. Because look, Paula Deen, nobody likes Paula Deen because she says I'm racist like 30 years ago. So you shouldn't like her, right? I don't know. Sure, she's a nice lady, but guess what? She shows you how to cook all this good food, this good home cooking. This is America's food. Southern food, soul food is America's food. Y'all need to be like us. Meanwhile, in the South doesn't know how to take a loss. That's why soul food, Southern food, fried food, barbecue is such a big thing in the South. Because they're still butthurt over getting their butts kicked in the Civil War. So to make up for that sorry feeling that we have inside about us, about being rebels, we're going to overeat greasy, fat food. We don't know how to take second place. That's why they're so good at college football. That's why the SEC is so good at college football. Because they don't ever want to be second again. They don't ever want to be second to the North again. Because they got their asses kicked in the Civil War, and they haven't got out of that. That's a big thing to get over, I suppose. So to cope with it, they've just been eating unhealthy, greasy, nasty fried food for the last 150 years. It happens. 50 years, 150, 60 years. How long has it been? Since 1865? 150 years. 160 years, whatever. 150 years. 150 years of eating unhealthy because they don't know how to take a loss and take their lumps. They don't know how to get their ass beat and then be okay with it. Listen, I got my butt kicked once, and I dealt with it. I got up, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen again. I don't want that to happen again. I don't think I'm going to let that happen again. You know? So let's not let that happen again. I didn't go, oh, damn, I need to eat some fried chicken and eat ice cream because I just got my ass handed to me. That shouldn't be the case. This stupid Zoom thing. Oh, what the hell's going on here? You know, it's dumb. It's dumb. The South is dumb for doing that. Get their asses kicked in the Civil War, and then they just eat unhealthy because of it. And the show, they're dominant. They're good at college football. And that's it. That's all they got going for them. Don't be like the South. Don't do that to yourself. These guys have so much to live for. You girls, all you guys and girls out there listening, you have so much to go with. Don't be like the South. All right? Don't get big, blame it on everybody else, and then expect to be on TV. I'm not watching you, changing the channel. I'm walking away. I'm going to make smart comments and then be told to leave the room. That's what I'm going to do, because I don't like comfort food. I like food in general. And I like food that doesn't want to kill me. All right? So I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to eat food that I like. But you know what? I like beets. So I'm going to eat beets. I like chickpeas, garbanzo beans, whatever you want to call them. I like those. So I'm going to eat those. All right? And you see how you turn out, and I'll see how I'll turn out. I want to play this video for you. Speaking of what I was talking about, being fake and not being yourself. I want to see if let me play this video. Hopefully it's not on. Okay. I'm going to play this video. This guy, this is someone that is wrong. Okay? They were wrong for what they did. This is called a dummy. This is a stolen valor dummy. All right? So I'm going to play this video right now. I'm going to start the screen share for people that are watching this. Yeah, okay, it's right there. This is a video showing two Marines confronting a man dressed in an Army Sergeant Major uniform. It's making rounds on Facebook. This video was posted Sunday from Florida. Shows two Marines at a funeral detail questioning a man claiming to be a Battalion Sergeant Major, military policeman, and special operator. So let's watch this.
You're on the schedule? Yeah. Till now? I'm at Fayetteville and I'm about to Stuart, Georgia.
I was just curious with some of the stuff. Where were you actually deployed? Some of them I've never noticed.
And I'm on Afghanistan.
Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Germany, West Germany.
We're in Germany?
Yes.
All right. For those of you that are not watching this but listening, this guy's got Sergeant Major rank on his sleeves. He's wearing his beret's kind of messed up from the angle I'm looking at. He's got the actual medals, not the oh. He's got ribbons and medals. He's got MP. He's got officer rank, not rank. Sorry. The lapel insignias for the branch officer, the officer branch. He's got the MP. Looks like MP stuff on there, and he's got a CIB. He's got some other stuff. I can't tell everything from this angle, but I don't see. He's got a combat infantry badge, CIB, but I don't see a combat badge. He's got something on his pocket, but I don't think that looks more like something for like a drill sergeant badge or recruiter badge, just from what I can see right now. I could be wrong, so I'm gonna keep playing this. In any event, this guy's uniform's all messed up. His sunglasses are incorrect. he's a pretty young sergeant major. Not a command sergeant major. He's a regular sergeant major. Just the star, not the wreath. So let's listen in a little bit more.
So you're still attached. Who's what company though? No. Do you still have your sergeant major card, like your business card? Would I be able to get it so I could send it? Cause we do a lot of public events and stuff like that. You know?
Right. What's that here? Like a motel and everything.
Yeah.
I got some beef for 5 o'clock and I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. So now you're the battalion sergeant major or the who's the CO over there?
Lieutenant Colonel Smith.
Oh, okay. I'm looking. It's hard to listen, but he just turned a little bit. He's got a bronze star on there. He's got, it looks like a silver star. He's got SF tab in there. Just completely disorganized. His stuff is all ate the hell up. He's got a CIB, then he's got his rack of ribbons. I can't make him out from here. But then he's got, it looks like a marksman's badge. He's got a couple marksman's badges with a couple little tabs on it. So I don't know if like, you know, M16, 249. I don't know. I can't tell any of that. But then he's just got these medals just posted randomly, like, I don't know. It looks, I can't tell what those badges are on his breast pockets. The ones are being covered up by the medals. I can't tell, but the other one is it looks like the drill sergeant one. Could be wrong. There's one looks like a recruiter, one looks like a drill sergeant almost, and he's an MP, but he has a CIB. His infantry, and he's got the infantry infantry cord on as well, and yeah, just his body posture is like you could tell the dude was just busted immediately. So let's try to play this a little bit more.
The only reason I'm saying that is
my father is a Major Jackson.
okay. There's a ton of majors and colonels, stuff like that. I was just curious where you got the bronze star with the V. That was it.
I got that when I was in Fort Stewart. Okay.
You got it in Fort Stewart?
Yes.
So you got the bronze star with the V.
Lieutenant General Jackson sent it with me.
Hold on, wait. You got the bronze star with a V there? What did you get it for? The decoration? Saving lives of where?
I've been Baghdad.
In Baghdad.
The second airborne, be the last one. Stuff clean up. I say 3 of my troops. I say my Staff Sergeant Miller for killing his own self.
Okay.
See over there in Baghdad in Iraq, I don't know if y'all kids been over there. Over there, it's classified, but it's another story.
This Marine who these two Marines that confronted this guy said they asked where he got the Bronze Star with Valor. You know, you could get a Bronze Star. Basically, if you kiss ass, you could get a Bronze Star. If you're an officer and you deploy, they'll give you a Bronze Star. And listen, I'm not knocking any. If you're an officer and you're listening and you're a good one, I'm not knocking you. All right. I've known, and I'm not bitter at all. I feel as if I should have had one before at a certain time period, but it's all right. You know, there's a lot of things I should have that I don't think I received in my military career. I'm not bitter about it. It's just whatever. It is what it is. You know what? for every extra award you get. I just look at it this way. There's more money you got to spend building your damn rack, all right? Because now my rack that I have on my dress uniform, I don't like that puffy one. I like the nice flat one. It just looks nice on that nice uniform that I spent hundreds of dollars on. So this damn rack and all the hardware, I spent over $100 on that not crap. I spent over $100 on that stuff. Guess what? I get another award. I get to spend more money. I'm cheap. So hindsight is 20/20. I'm kind of glad I didn't get a few awards because that's less money I got to spend now. And if you're bitter about being overlooked for an award, look at it that way. The less money you got to spend sprucing up your uniform every couple years or every year, every 6 months, whatever the case may be, or every time a military ball or a dining out or a dining in comes around or a promotional ceremony or whatever the case may be, that's just less. That's more money in your pocket, so don't worry about it. So, anyway, this guy got a Bronze Star with Valor. Now, what the differences between a Bronze Star? Sometimes if you're O3 or a E7 or E8, you do that. You do that. You do that butt kissing right there. The Kiss My Ass Club. You get one of those Bronze Stars. Now to get it with Valor, though, now that is of significance. Okay, because that means you did some heroic G.I. Joe, He-Man, Masters of the Universe stuff to receive a Bronze Star with Valor. You see somebody with a Bronze Star, nowadays, I'd say 7 times out of 10, it's like, whatever. Now you see somebody with a Bronze Star with Valor, and it's like, oh, that guy's got a story. 9 times out of 10, I think it'd be deserved. Because I'm always under the impression that the last 13 years of military life, a lot of people, there's been a lot of awards padding, okay? It's the truth. It's the honest truth. Everybody knows it. There's people just slinging out awards like no tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that just needs practice with the awards writing, so they want to spruce up on it, so they just give somebody an award. You get an AAM, you get an ARCOM, you get an ARCAM, you get an Army Achievement Medal, you get this, you get that. Yay! It's like sometimes I feel like everybody in the military is at an Oprah show, and you reach down underneath your seat and you get an award for just being there. That's the way I feel. But 9 times out of 10, you see somebody with a Bronze Star with Valor, legitimate badass, did something legitimately heroic. I think my co-host on Center Mass with Rob and Silent J on Sunday night, I think he's got a few of those with Valor. I don't know. I never asked, but I think he does. I'm making a safe assumption. And you know what? He's done some pretty badass heroic stuff. I'm not going to question his awards receiving process. Okay, just put it that way. All right. So, but let me. What? Oh boy, I forgot. There's no toilet paper now. So let's go back to this guy. With as I'm looking more, it looks like he's got an Afghanistan campaign medal. It's in a medal form. Bronze Star with Valor. It looks like an AAM on there. I can't tell the other actual medals that are on there. So let's listen into this dope. Oh, I see a couple of I see a good conduct medal on there too. So let's listen to this dope. And he said he got it for saving lives. Okay.
What happened with the presidential crest that you had on there? What happened to it? You just had it on like an hour ago.
It fell off.
You got it? Can I see it?
Okay, that's a drill sergeant badge. All right. Yep, that's what he's got. He's got a drill sergeant badge, not a combat badge, not a combat patch, whatever, combat badge, but yeah. So I don't know. He deployed as a drill sergeant, I believe.
That drive from
Yeah.
pretty long.
Yeah, how long is that drive for?
8 hours.
8 hours, really?
8 hours?
From Fort Bragg?
It used to take me 14 hours to get down here in that area.
It took me 14 and a half.
I also see a Purple Heart.
David? Oh, we can move over to that.
Yeah, so cars get bad. Yeah, 8 hours?
8 hours.
So I'm guessing, was that non-stop or you just going?
8 hours from Florida to North Carolina. That's not bad.
I take 9 to 5.
From Fayetteville to West Palm Beach, Florida.
I take 9 to 5, no stopping. It take me 2 stops for gas.
Wow, 8 hours.
I'm surprised Sergeant Major, you can actually wear the sunglasses for us.
Oh no, I don't have sunglasses. These are my glasses.
Oh, they're your glasses?
Yes, they got
Okay.
shades in them.
Okay. It's just, for us, we consider eccentric, so we wouldn't be able to wear them. And it's just weird because I've never seen, for us, we won't wear medals and badges. So, or not medals and ribbons together. For us, it's one or the other.
I got pictures of all my medals and ribbons.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
So that presidential badge?
Yes. It just dropped when I was taking the jacket off.
Sweet. Pretty
Question,
cool.
which one's this? I've never seen that before.
Bronze star?
What?
This is the bronze star.
No, it's not.
This is my silver star. This is silver star right here. I have a bronze star medal too. Silver
Yeah, I
star. Silver star.
I'm going to call you out on it now.
What's this one right there?
This one's your bronze star. This is your bronze star with a V.
Yes, I know
This
that.
This your Afghanistan?
Yes.
That's your Afghanistan.
And I got all my medals and stuff when I came home. And I just came home. 6 months to a year, I stayed in Afghanistan.
You're not even wearing the proper infantry uniform, and you're wearing
No,
the.
yes, I'm just wearing my.
No,
That's not the
This is
proper
this is my
infantry
third
uniform.
I'm a third MC.
What's the army uniform regulation?
regulation?
What is it?
Uniform gotta be dressed in all.
No, what is the regulation? What is the actual regulation? What's the code?
The code is do my best, do my duty to serve my country.
That's the uniform regulation? Are you sure it's not AR 670-1? Yeah, what's the PT uniform?
I'm gonna go back.
It's not AR 670-1? What's the army uniform regulation?
The Army uniform regulation. Everybody knows in the Army 670-1. I used to walk around with a copy of 670-1 in my pocket for my hair because I like to wear my hair a little long. Oh, you're out of reg. No, actually, the reg is right by my side. It's in my pocket. I pull it out. You're like, here, look. Just, okay, whatever. I was very close to bending the rules. All right, quite a bit. Still am. 14 years in. But this guy said uniform code is do your best. Yeah, I wish I could say that. Hey, your hair's looking a little long. No, you know what? I'm doing my best. That's the uniform code. All right, I'm doing my best. Shut the fuck up.
Regulation.
What is it?
Uniform gotta be dressed in all.
No, what is the regulation? What is the actual regulation? What's the code?
The code is do my best, do my duty to serve my country.
That's the uniform regulation? Are you sure it's not AR 670-1? Yeah, what's the PT uniform regulation?
I don't love PT.
You don't PT?
I don't do PT.
Okay.
I'm an officer, man.
I'm pretty sure this is the Philippine combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
the
the Marine,
dudes,
sir.
You're right, I am.
Marine. I'm for.
You know that's called false valor?
No, it's not.
It is a federal crime for you
I
to
know.
be wearing that uniform right
No,
now.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
And what you can do is get out my face right now.
Because
I'm a military police officer also.
Yeah, where's your MP badge?
MP badge? Yes. It's in my car.
No.
No, it's not.
It's okay. We understand. We already established that.
Let me tell you something.
That you're fake.
I ain't fake.
There's actually a
Where's your CAT card? Do you know
Army
what?
National Guard officer here.
Yeah, I seen him. I talked to him.
You even said you're wearing your shit's fucked up. I'm a jumper.
You
You don't wait for that. You don't wait.
Let me tell you something. I'm a fucking airborne and I'm special forces. So get the fuck out of my face.
Nope. Because they're totally different. But it's okay. We got you.
No, y'all Marines.
Yep.
Y'all Marines. I'm
See,
former.
if you're a sergeant major, you wouldn't be backing out, walking away.
I don't have time for you because it's a funeral. I respect the funeral. All right, Sergeant Major, we can talk over here.
Yeah.
We can talk right here behind the van where nobody can see us.
I don't even know why I'm calling you a sergeant major. It's fake. It's fake.
I've been 26 years, son. 26 years. Come back.
For the plate right there.
And then I think this is
From Fayetteville.
pretty much the end of it.
Yep.
Called out. Called out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. How do I fix this now? Hi everybody, I'm back. Woo! He's in from Fort Stewart, Georgia. Sure, those guys down at Fort Stewart are really impressed with how they're being represented. Wow, what a piece of work. This guy, he don't even look like he's old enough to be in for 26 years. And if you've been in for 26 years, you should be at least a command sergeant major by now. Oh well. But yeah, that's that. I wanted to point that out because see, that's somebody who's a faker. And that's a real faker. All right? Just the audacity of people. Listen, if you're listening to this show and you're not in the military and you're so aroused by listening to me talk about the military and stuff like that, do me a favor. Don't go and just buy a uniform and buy a bunch of medals and stuff like that and pretend like that you're in the service. That's highly disrespectful and it's very uncomfortable. It makes people like me and other people that are in the service, when we walk around in uniform, it makes us tough for us because people are always like second guessing. People are really second guessing now. Anybody they see walking around in uniform, it's like that fucked up. Is his uniform messed up? Is it real? I want to videotape this guy. You know what? That's why I hate being in my uniform, especially my dress uniform. If I don't have to be in my dress uniform, I don't want to. My stuff's not messed up, and I'm not a fake. What I'm saying is, I just don't want to be in it because people, you get the occasional person that's reliving, oh, I was in the Army 2 years in 1988. Yeah, 2 years in 88. Yeah, 88 to 90. Then I got out. I don't fucking go to Iraq. That's not my fight. And it's like, yeah, you get those dopes. They're, one time I did a 45-day field exercise. Yep. Yeah, that was it, man. Then we got back, went to the commissary and got beer. Not the commissary, but the class 6, class 9, whatever the fuck it was, I forgot. Class 9, class 6, class 6. Like I said, I got like 2 weeks left. I am so not in the mind frame of being in the military anymore. It's just I lost all my classes. I don't know what the hell. Class 6. Class 6 is booze, right? Class 9 is repair parts. Or did I confuse that? Whatever. I could care less because you know what? In 2.5 weeks I'm thinking about class 0. Starting over. But I hate going out in my uniform because you deal with those people. The people like, yeah, I was going to join. That's the other one. I was going to join. So why didn't you? Well, you know, you get the one person. I have allergies. Couldn't be able to do it. Then you got the other person. I was going to join, but then I went to college. Yeah, and that was that. And it's like, okay, what? So you're better than me? And then you get the other person. It's a faker. I was in the Marines. What'd you do in the Marines? I was a Ranger. Oh, okay. Good. You might need to work on that story. The only people I don't mind bumping into are the old people that don't smell. Because there's some old people that just smell. And I don't like that. I don't like that smell. I don't like old people smell. It just reminds me of old people dying, like my grandparents, or they're all passed away. And I just remember them being in the hospital. Well, I remember my grandmother being in the hospital and just having that odor to her, or just the environment. I don't like that. It reminds me of my grandma who passed away. I don't like that. But it's, the old people that in the service, they talk about World War II or Korea. That's cool. I like to share those stories just as long as they don't smell. If they smell like a bedpan, it's like, listen, I don't care. I will show that person respect. But if you smell like you peed your pants, I don't care how old you are. I don't want to I don't want to talk to you. If you smell like bed sores and pee, listen, I don't care if you're a World War II vet or you're in the Cub Scouts right now. I don't want it. I don't like that. I shouldn't be around that. I'm sorry, nobody should. And if I'm old and I'm telling Iraq stories and I smell like pee, I don't expect anybody to stick around for the end of my story. All right? I get it. What comes around goes around. I get it. Whatever I say now could happen to me, and if nobody wants to talk to me or hang out with me or this, that, I'm pretty sure I understand why. I'm pretty sure I covered that base like maybe 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. I get it. So nothing's going to come as a shock to me if the tables are turned around on me like, I don't want to listen to your war story, old man. Just because I'm in uniform at the gas station, you smell like you pissed yourself. I'd be like, you know what? You know what? You were absolutely right. Take care. Good luck in your military career. That's what I'll say. That's what I'm going to say. You know, I'm not going to say, you disrespectful little prick. You should listen to me. Respect me. I was in war. Listen, if I smell like I was fighting a war trying to get my pants down because I had to go to the bathroom and I lost that battle, I get it. I don't need you to stick around me because I don't want to be. I wouldn't want to be around myself in a situation like that. Okay, so simply put, I get it. I'm not making fun of everybody or anybody. But listen, we got 30 minutes left in the show, and I wanted to tell you something. I wanted to tell you was where is it? Hold on. I'm gonna go to the tactical. It's easy, folks. I'm on my phone. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Tactical 16 page on Facebook. Very easy, but I got the page manager one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to Tactical 16. Boof! There you go. Oh, look. Shadowworks car. That's cool. That's a nice car. And I'm going to, this is weird. A pine tree planted in memory of the late beetle. George Harrison was killed by a beetle infestation. That sucks. Oh, boy. That's not good. Where is it now? Oh, okay. Where is it now? What is it just not? Is it not around anymore? Where'd it go? I was gonna about the book. Where is it now? It was there a week ago. I wanted to talk about the reviews from David Peters' book, Death Letters, God, Sex, and War. See, this is why I'm like, okay, that was going to be my. Oh man, I'm sorry, everybody. Where is it now? See, I'm not a pro. See, the pros on like AM and FM, those guys are good. I can't talk too much smack about that. Like, ooh, they're dinosaurs. Nope. You know what? They have their show notes already put together. I do not. Oh, yeah. No, what the hell? I had it though. Okay, here it is. Death Letters. Go to Amazon right now. For Death Letter, singular, not plural. Death Letter, God, Sex, and War. It's a Kindle edition. It's by David W. Peters. David is a former Marine and a current chaplain, I believe, in the Army Reserves or the National Guard. I'm not sure which one, but he's a chaplain now. And here he's gotten some reviews. 5 stars. The Real War. Is that 5 or 6? 5 stars. Yes, read this. You won't put it down. Another review. 5 stars. Fantastic for both military and civilian audiences. Good crossover. 5 stars. I could not put this book down. Incredible. See, the secret is the author, David Peters, has been dipping these books into a glue-like substance that when it comes in contact with a temperature of like 98 degrees, it sticks. So that's why that guy couldn't put the book down. Very good ploy, Mr. Peters. Very good ploy. I applaud you, my friend. But anyway, another good rating. Another 5-star rating. I could not put this book down. Again, I think that glue's getting them. And the last one, 4 stars. You need to be a douche and give 4 stars and not 5. What is there? You should either, you know what? It should be 1, 2, or 3. Or 0 stars, 50 stars, 100 stars. You know, 1, 2, or 3. Not this 4 or 5, because what is a 4? It's good, but it's not. It's great, but it's good, but it's not great. Or what's 2 out of 5 stars? Like, what makes you? It's like your pain reading. You know, what on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. How about a 0? How about really bad, or not at all? How about that? How about 3? How about we got it? The scale for rating anything should be 3. First, second, third. 1, 2, 3. Easy. How's your pain? Really bad. So what is it? It's a 3. Okay. How's your pain? It hurts. What's your rate? It's 2. How's your pain? Not a little bit. What is it? It's a 1. There you go. What's your pain between 1 and 10? I don't know. Okay, I get 1. I understand 5. I understand 10. So that means I understand 2 and I understand 9. But the 7, 8, 3, and 4, and even the 6 I'm not getting either. What is the 7? On the pain scale of 10, what is the difference between 7 and 8? Huh? Shush. What? It's like, what is it? Okay, what's your pain? It's a 3 out of 10. Okay, why the hell are you even in the hospital then? What are you at the doctor's for? A 3? You're a baby. There. That's what that is. I've realized that. A 2 and a 3 is a baby. Get out of here. A 1, you're just a hypochondriac. So 1, 2, 3 on a pain scale of 1 to 10, get the hell out of here. It's a 4. It's like, okay, all right. You try to shake it off. You couldn't. That's a 4, 5, 6. A 10, you should be dead. If there's a pain level of 1 to 10 and it's a 10, you're dead. So, okay, 10 is dead, 9 is almost dead, 7 and 8 is pretty freaking painful, like you're bleeding. So, okay, so I get it. I just, folks, as I was talking to you, it just dawned on me what the scale of 1 to 10 is for pain. 1, 2, 3, you're a baby. 4, 5, 6, it hurts. 7 and 8, you're bleeding. It's pretty painful. 9, you're almost dead. They need to fix you. 10, you're dying. You're dead. 10, I don't. What was that guy's pain level? He's dead. What was his pain level? Nobody's gonna lie and go, it was a 3. Why is he dead then? Why didn't somebody call me when he's dead from a 3? Where did he really die? What was his pain level? It was a 10. Okay, I get it. It was a 10. Yeah, brutal. He died. I get that stuff. Okay? No, I get that stuff now. But the ratings for a book of 1 through 5, oh, come on. This is 1, 2, or 3. 3 out of 3 stars. Amazing. Read it. 2 out of 3 stars. Pretty good. It's good. 1 out of 3 stars. It's okay. 0 out of 3 stars. This sucks. Don't. That's it. That's all you need. Sucks. It's okay. Pretty good. It's amazing. That's it. So whoever gave our author and my nose really does it. So I'm not picking my nose. Whoever gave David W. Peters, author of Death Letter, God, Sex, and War, a 4 out of 5, you should be ashamed of yourself making things complicating. You know what that is? That's for the smart reviewer. The person that gives a 2 or a 4-star rating on a 5-star scale for a book, that's being smug. It's like, I'm the expert at judging this, so I'm going to give it 4 stars because it hasn't quite lived up to my expectations of what a 5-star book quite is. A 3? Okay, it's average. It's good. A 2-star rating is not particularly interesting at all. I don't know why snobbish and snobbish for me is automatically this old crusty, not really good British accent, but that's what we're going to go for, folks. It's a 2-star rating. It's not quite as shitty as I thought it would be, but it's still not good at all. 1 star is wipe your ass material. It's a 2-star though, so you can read it and laugh at it. You can scoff at it. This is a horrible book, but I'm going to give it 2 stars. If I give it 0, the guy knows I don't like it at all. And okay, if you give something a 0, that means you just didn't connect and you don't like it at all. Okay, so there's no reason to be upset because I just didn't like it. A 2-star review out of 5 stars to an author means, hey, look at, I've got your attention, your book sucks. Because if you see the 5-star ratings, you just pat yourself on the back and say it's a very good job. If it's a 3, okay, it's okay. If it's a 2, the guy, the reviewer, am just being a smug prick to you. But I got your attention because if I gave it 0 stars, you know, they just didn't like it at all and I couldn't please that individual whatsoever. But if I give him a 2-star rating, you know what the 2-star rating is? That's like giving somebody half of a middle finger. It's like I'm not really quite telling you to F off, but I'm pretty sure I got your attention. That's like saying the N-word and not the whole word. If you just say, you are an N-word, you know exactly what I mean. That's why the 2-star rating is the N-word version of giving book reviews. I don't quite like it. So here, I've got your attention, half a middle finger, N-word, and instead of going full bore and giving it 0 review, 0-star review. That's what that guy did. That guy was smug. The guy was too smug for my liking and my taste. My taste is, I'm jumping into it. Don't give a damn 4-star review. Don't give a 2-star review. Give 1, 3, or 5, or 0. That's it. 5 is amazing. 3 is good. 1 is not that good. Or 0. Let's go with 0. Sucked. Can you give 0 stars? I don't know. I just say you can't give 0. I don't know. But yeah, you should check it out because it's a good book from what I hear. I haven't read it. I'm not going to lie. It says everyone, here's a little synopsis, a little thing of the book. Everyone writes one. At least everyone who fights in a war does. These are the first lines of Army Chaplain David W. Peters' genre-defying book, Death Letter, God, Sex, and War, written in the dark days immediately following his deployment to Iraq. Death Letter is part memoir, part comic lament on his relationship with the 3 great subjects of our mythic imagination, God, Sex, and War. See? And if you give a 2-star review, you're a jerk. Pompous, arrogant book reviewer. I'm not even smart enough to really know the precise details of a 2 and a 4-star rating. I've got my hunches about it, but I'm not freaking smart enough to know what. Could they have given a breakdown possibly so a dummy like me knows exactly what that a 2 and a 4-star rating is? I don't really know. I don't quite understand. But don't be a jerk. When you're rating a book, just be honest. It's great, it's okay, or it sucked. Don't take the middle ground, the in between the lines. Can you see in between the lines there? You know what that is, right? Read in between the lines. That's what that is. When you read in between the lines, you're just telling somebody to F off. and I don't like it. That's fairly ignorant and quite rude. So don't do that. But we're gonna end the show on a happy note. All right, very happy note. And I'm not gonna sing the Pharrell Williams songs, 'cause I'm happy. I'm not gonna do that. All right. When did somebody tag a photo of me? You're welcome, America. Feel free to tag a friend. Highway segment dedicated to veterans and the global war on terror. There is a highway segment, I don't know where this is, that's dedicated to veterans on the global war on terror. I was under the impression I was fighting terrorism, not terror, because terror means I would be going after ex-wives and shitty book reviewers and people with really bad accents and you know, all those kinds of people. Lawyers, I'd go after lawyers. I would go after Nancy Grace, and I'd go after Paula Deen with her comfort food, and I'd go after the host of the Extreme Weight Loss Your Fat Challenge. I'd go after Jerry Busey for just letting himself get crazy and get fat. That's what I'd go after. If I was in a true global war on terror, I'd go after people that are terrifying. Ugly people, I'd go after ugly people. This is Paula Deen saying this, not me. And I'd go after people that don't like greasy, fried, nasty food. That's what I'd do. But luckily, I'm not Paula Deen. If it was the global war on terror, people that make really bad movies. M. Night Shyamalan, I'd go after you. I'd take you out, my friend. I'd dust you off at 1,000 meters. Just give me a good rifle with a nice steady scope. Hell, give me an iron sight and I'll pop you right in your forehead at a good 375 without even needing to take an exhale and a trigger squeeze. I would just go poof. That's it. It's got skills. 38 out of 40 at the range. You know what 38 out of 40 is? It's more than a 4 out of 5-star review. I can tell you what, I was 5-star territory, 38 out of 40 the last time at the range, because I'm amazing. All right? I'm amazing. Just when you find one of those green raisins in the box full of black Sunkist raisins, it's like a green one. My God. Once in a lifetime, my friends. Once in a lifetime. But we're going to we're gonna end on a high note. Here's a list. I like to go through a list of things that'll make you feel old. It's my hacky bit that I like. Probably just because I like to read these things, and instead of reading them by myself in the peace and tranquility of my own imagination, I can just kill two birds with one stone. I could read something that's kind of interesting to me, and I can fill up some radio space. I don't have a jingle for this. There's my jingle. 90s kids problems. 25 things our kids will never understand. 1, dial-up internet. Yeah, true. It's weird to think that once we actually had to wait centuries for internet connection. Remember this gorgeous noise? I can't play it. I can't play the. I can't play that because freaking the internet will kick me off for that. Thanks Google and YouTube. Microsoft Paint. Paint still exists on PCs, but yeah, I remember Microsoft Paint. That was cool. No caller ID. Every phone call was a mystery. Now you can choose to proactively avoid and ignore people. Not everybody. There was caller ID in the 90s. What the hell are these people talking about? Some were unidentifiable, but you can still do that. What is it, like *68, *67, or something like the block phone number? I don't know. Is that still true? Rewinding VHS tapes. Our kids will never. This is a hacky, dumb list. Our kids will never have to deal with the anguish and frustration which a tape that has not been rewound brings. It wasn't really aggravating. It just took another 30 seconds. All you have to do is have a little bit of patience in your life. All right? And that's, if you get all pissed off, if you got all pissed off, and if you still do, listen, if you get pissed off that the VHS tape isn't rewound, you're an idiot. for still having a VHS tape and a VCR. Okay? Don't do that. Don't be like that. Grandmas, you're excused. If you're grandma, you have VHS tape collection and a VCR, you're good. You get a pass. Grandmas get a pass. Nobody else. This is stupid. Floppy disks. Our children may ask, no, stop hypothetical questions. Mom, why is the say button a square thingy? What does it mean? Just put, we don't have to use those dumb discs anymore. TV guide. This was pretty much the only way you knew about TV shows and what time they aired before DVR and the internet. A lot of color coding and sacrifices happen on my part. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I don't even know. Nano babies, gigapets, and Tamagotchi. Mr. Roboto? Tamagotchi? I remember those terms, nano babies and gigapets. I don't know. Tamagotchi? I don't remember that. How are kids going to learn to feed, entertain, and clean another living thing if they can't practice with the digital one first? Oh, yeah, that was the stupid digital babies and digital pets and the little egg thingies. I think, did my sister have one of those? I don't know. I was too old for that. It's not, that's dumb anyway. That's gay. Doing that. I don't even know. That's dumb. What else? What is the other one there? Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. They still have those. Poor people need forms of entertainment. One of the best ways to bond with new friends was to have your mom take you to Blockbuster to choose 1 or 2 movies, but maybe not the new releases because those were like $7 for 2 days. Passing notes. Gossiping is much more effective via text messages and Snapchats now. Yeah, because you could send pictures of your private parts with it. Duh. Passing notes was so lame. Toys that came in cereal boxes. Yeah, I noticed that. I just polished off a box of cereal this morning. Not a whole box. I killed the rest of what was left in the box for cereal this morning because I've started to eat cereal again for the first time in forever. And you know what? There was no toy in there. But I was cool with it because those toys sucked. Let's face it. I keep spitting on the pop filter. So their kids will never get to shake useless plastic figurines out of cereal boxes and into their bowls of milk. They're dumb. Those toys were dumb. It was cool in the 80s. In the 90s, it played out. In the 80s, it was cool because... Wait a sec. Did they have toys in the cereal in the 90s? I thought that's when they were just starting to do like coupons and rebates and mail-in stuff and dumb stuff like that where they were getting you. I think. I don't know. Asking people for directions. Everyone's got Google Map now and stuff. Commercials. There's still plenty of commercials. That's why I stopped watching TV. A food pyramid that tells you to eat mostly carbs. Oh yeah, because bread and pasta. I remember in the 80s, the 4 food groups and then the food pyramid. I was so against the food pyramid. I'm like, what in the hell is this? No. What was it? It was dairy, meat, fruit, and vegetables. The 4 basic food groups. Yeah. Right? It was dairy. Was it dairy, meat, fruit, and vegetables? Or was it fruit and vegetables and something else? I don't even know. What were the 4 basic food groups? Apparently they're not basic enough for me to remember. 4 basic elements of music? No. Food groups. What were they? What were they? Oh, I was wrong. Oh, yeah. Was I wrong? Okay. What is this? Okay, it was fruit, vegetables, protein, and grain. What is this? I don't believe them. The 4 basic food groups. Okay, here's a nice old school one. Okay, you had the dairy. Okay, dairy, meat, fruit and vegetable, and grain. Yeah, that's it. I knew that. Yep, That was it. It was fruit, legumes. What the hell is this? There's a lot of stupid food groups now. What the hell is all this crap? I don't know if I even like this. Yeah, but the 4 basic food groups. Here's a nice picture. Fruit and vegetables. What the freaking language is that? I don't know. Yeah, okay. No. Can I just, for the love of God, 4 basic food groups. History of the USDA. Okay, here, let's go here. Earliest guides. Basic 7 in 1943. I didn't know this. In Basic 7 in 1943 during World War II, there was 7 basic food groups to help maintain nutritional standard under wartime food rations. The 7 basic food groups were, what the fuck? Get out of here. Wow. How did we survive? Get the hell. We killed not. If we won World War II with this food group, how the heck, with this way of thinking, man, the Nazis had to be freaking dumb. The basic 7. 1 was green and yellow vegetables, some raw, some cooked, frozen, or canned. 2, oranges, tomatoes, grapefruits, or raw cabbage, or salad greens. The 3rd basic food group during World War II, potatoes and other vegetables and fruits, raw, dried, cooked, frozen, or canned. Number 4, milk and milk products, fluid, evaporated, dried milk, or cheese. Number 5 in the basic 7 World War II food groups, meat, poultry, fish, or eggs, or dried beans, peas, nuts, and peanut butter. It seems like welfare was only giving out basic number 7, number 5 in the basic 7 food groups for the free welfare food in the 80s. Not all of it. The subsection. Dried beans, peas, nuts, peanut butter. That was the damn welfare food in the 80s. That's why this stuff was in containers with no labels on it. We just got old World War II dirty rations. I don't like that. That's why I'm so damn skinny. Fucking welfare. Basic group. Basic 7 group. Number 6. Bread, flour, and cereals. Natural, whole grain, or enriched or restored. Ugh. And then number 7 is butter and fortified margarine with added vitamin A. What the? That was from 1943 to 1956. How the hell? Wow, that's crazy. This is a really dumb poster too. Group 1, yeah, green and yellow vegetables. Group. Oh wow, that's so crazy. Okay, then the 4 basic food groups. Basic 4 from 1956 till 19. Was there anything before that? A new guide in 1916, Food for Young Children by nutritionalist Carolyn Hunt, categorized food into milk and meat, cereals, vegetables and fruit, fat and fatty foods, and sugar and sugary foods. Wow, she was pretty right on for 1916, because in 1894, Dr. Wilbur Olin Atwater, that's just an old-ass name. Wilbur Olin Atwater. What the? Let's do the time warp again. As a farmer's bulletin. In Atwater's 1904 publication titled Principles of Nutrition and Nutrition Value of Food, he advocated variety, proportionate, and moderation, measuring calories and an efficient, affordable diet that focused on nutrition-rich foods and less fat, sugars, and starch. Wow. This information preceded the discovery of individual vitamins beginning in 1910. And then that chick in 1916, yeah, she was talking about splitting it up between meat, cereals, vegetables, fruits, fatty and fatty foods, sugar and sugary foods. How does Select Foods in 1917 promotes these 5 food groups to adults, and guidelines remain in place through the 20s. In 1933, the USDA introduced food plans at 4 different cost levels in response to the Great Depression. Wow. In 1941, the first recommended dietary allowance was created, listing specific intake of calories, protein, iron, calcium, and vitamin A, B1, B2, B3, C, and D. And that's where you get the basic 7 food groups. And then the basic 4 from 1956 to 1992. Vegetables and fruits. And it said recommended and as excellent sources of vitamin C and A and a good source of fiber. A dark green or deep yellow vegetable or fruit was recommended every other day. Wow. Get the hell out of here. Every other day? That's a little outdated. Oh, I hate when I'm tagged on stuff. Milk, recommended as a good source of calcium, phosphorus, protein, riboflavin, and sometimes vitamin A and D. Cheese, ice cream, ice milk could sometimes replace milk. And ice milk? What the hell is ice milk? What is ice milk? I'm going to try to find out. Ice milk or iced milk is a frozen dessert with less than 10% milk fat and the same sweetener content in ice cream. Ice milk is typically priced lower than ice cream and is typically sold as a generic product. A 1994 change in USDA administration rules allowed ice milk to be labeled as low-fat ice cream in the United States. Products containing less milk fat but higher sweetener contents are sold as sherbet or sorbet if you're a prick, and products with no milk fat or dairy and analogies are sold as sorbet or sorbet. Oh, that's with no fat. Products which use non-fat or low-fat yogurt are sold as frozen yogurts. Okay. So these people are really out of their minds. And then the number 3 for the basic 4 food groups: meat, recommended for protein, iron, and certain B vitamins, includes meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dry beans, dry peas, and peanut butter. And then cereals and breads. Okay, so you had vegetables and fruits, milk, meat, and then cereals and breads. Whole grain and enriched breads were especially recommended as good sources of iron, vitamin B, and carbohydrates, as well as sources of protein and fiber included cereals, breads, cornmeal, macaroni, noodles, rice, and spaghetti. I got a clue for you folks. Macaroni, noodles, and spaghetti, all the same thing. Other foods were said to round out meals and satisfy appetites. These included additional servings from basic 4 groups or foods such as butter, margarine, salad dressing, and cooking oil, sauces, jellies, and syrups. And then you had the food pyramid, which was introduced in, 1992. Okay. And that had attempted to express, okay, whatever. It said, okay, followed by it said 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, pasta occupies the large base of the pyramid, followed by 3 to 5 servings of vegetables, then 2 to 4 servings of fruit, then milk, yogurt, and cheese, 2 to 3, followed by meat, poultry, and fish, dry beans, eggs, and nuts at 2 to 3 servings, and finally fats, oils, and sweets in a small apex to be used sparingly. Apex is the tip of the pyramid. It's the highest point, the tallest, the alpha, if you will. Inside each group was several images representing the foods. Yeah. Then my pyramid in 2005, it was updated. Okay, it looks like that was weird. That's a dumb one. I'd never seen that one. My pyramid, which replaced the hierarchical level of food guide pyramid with colorful vertical wedges. That's not really a pyramid. It's whatever. It's like a light beam, or it looks like a road. stairs were added up the left side of the pyramid, then it's not a pyramid anymore. With an image of someone climbing them to represent exercise. Stupid. The share of the pyramid allocated to grains now only narrowly edged out, vegetables and milk, which were equally proportionate. Fruit was next in size, followed by narrower wedges of protein and smaller slivers of oil. An unmarked white tip represented discretionary calories such as candy, alcohol, or additional food. And then now there's my plate. What? My plate is the current nutritional guide published by the USDA, consisting of a diagram of a plate and glass divided into five food groups. It replaced the USDA's My Pyramid diagram in 2011, ending 19 years of food pyramid iconography. Can't read. The guide will be displayed on food packages and used nutritional. So we're basically so the My Plate, which is like the 5 groups, is now dairy, grain, protein, fruits, and vegetables. You just split up the fruit and vegetables, and we got the 4 basic food groups again. So we could just say that the food pyramid was a really sucky idea, and the 4 basic food groups, they're trying to save face, so that we're not going back to the 4 basic food groups. We're just going to split up one and hey, look, 5. That is dumb. I went off on a tangent on that one. Let's go back to that list. '90s kids problems. Oh, continue reading. Oh, I'm going over in a couple minutes. The DARE program. There's no more DARE program? I heard DARE actually encouraged kids to do more drugs, so maybe the disappearance of this program is best. DARE to keep kids off drugs. DARE to be drug-free. I don't remember that. I didn't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't they get rid of that in like 2004, 2005? Angel Fire and Geosites. WordPress makes creating websites so easy. Before blogs with pre-made templates, you had to pretty much be an HTML wizard. Yeah, I remember those. Those were crappy. I think the last one is finally off the internet, or I don't know, something like that. Recently, I think the last one went offline or something. You can still find it, but you can't actively engage like an Angel Fire or Geosite. I think I'm not sure, I could be wrong. CD cases, you still have CD cases. Kazaa and LimeWire, that was shit. Not that any of us illegally downloaded music or anything, but if we were to download music, we used Kazaa or LimeWire and consequently infected and destroyed our parents' computers. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. The original Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah, that was 19. Mom using the landline so you can't go on the internet. Yeah, I remember that. That kind of sucked. Dramatic AIM away messages. AIM, America Instant Messenger. 22. Anticipating a college acceptance letter via thick envelope. You don't get those anymore? You just get them emailed to you now? Warehouse Music, Tower Records, and basically any record store. Our kids will watch Empire Records and totally not get it. That's depressing. Yeah, that kind of sucked. If I'm gonna be a '90s weenie, I do wish music stores were back. That FYI just sucks. Are they still around? Yeah, the Warehouse Music, Tower Records. What else? I forgot. Media Play. I remember that one. That was kind of a interesting one. What else? Big glittery vending machine stickers. I used to specifically go roller skating just so I could collect sassy stickers from vending machines. They offered mantras such as freak out, and censored, and exotic. There were also a lot of cats, amphibians, and aliens. They still have those. I don't know where this guy's shopping. This guy is a prick. Because if you go to the poor stores like I do, they still have these stickers that kids, trust me, my daughter is 8 years old. She finds these stickers in the vending machines. They're still around. Like, get your film developed using a disposable camera means, oh yeah. Mixtapes. That was so, yeah, mixtapes were awesome. You wanted to be cool with your friend, you gave your buddy a mixtape. Like, hey, this is how me and you could be alike. You could like the music I like. Or, oh man, I like this chick so much, so I'm gonna put a mixtape together for her. And see, I was the dumb one that I would like find the romantic Ozzy song and put it on there. And be like, here, you really need to listen to this. This is how I feel about you. And it's like some Ozzy song from like Osmosis or something like that. Oh man, what a douche. Or if I was really trying to be cool, I'd put like Color Me Bad on there. Yeah, that's the shit. Ooh, I wanna sex you up. All right. So yeah, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. No more mixtapes. That's sad. I wish the record stores were still around. I wish mixtapes were still cool. Because giving somebody a mixed CD was a little pricey. I made you a mixtape. Oh, cool, man. Thanks. Here, I made you a mixed CD. Here you go. Man, those are expensive. I don't know about now. I haven't bought a blank one in forever. But anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the show again for a while. I might be off for like a month because I'm going to be moving and stuff like that. You want to talk? Oh, my God. Freaking. I was bitching about it before, but what I'm dealing with, we're trying to get out. Shoot. But anyway, listen, guys. Go to tactical16.com. Check out tactical16.com. All of our books. Line in the Valley, Death Letter, Love Me When I'm Gone, Then I Cried Stories of a Mortuary NCO, Brave Rifles. You check out those books, man. That other book that guy kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Check out all those books. Go to tactical16.com for that, okay? And then also go to vetsonmedia.com. Check out all the cool-ass shows. Like tomorrow they got, I think the MMA show is going to be on. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But anyway, also that show is going to be on. And then JD's Rocket Sports, which I should be on fairly soon to give my breakdown of the AFC East. And what else? Oh, Vets on Radio with Adam and James. They were on this morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. All right? Just go to the show listings. All right? Go on there. There's a radio show. You get the radio shows. You get the show listing. Just do it. Go to tactical16.com and vetsonmedia.com, and I'll see you Sunday night, okay, for Cinemass with Rob and Silent J. All right? And maybe those guys will be on Fox News this week. Last week it was a wash because of all that BS that was going on in the Ukraine. But I also want to thank the guys that had us on yesterday morning at KDKA. That was cool. Even though I knock terrestrial radio a little bit, I just don't like commercials. And I think there's an easy way around that. If I become a station manager, I got you guys. I got your backs. All right. But yeah, it's go and check those guys out. They're on Facebook. News Radio KDKA. They're really nice having us on, and it was a blast. Okay, let's see here. Did they have something on for yesterday morning? I don't know. That's what I was looking at. I'm like, I didn't even know they had a Facebook page. Yeah, really. Okay, we're taking a look at one organization that is helping veterans, especially the ones that need it during the latest VA crisis. All at 8:37. Okay, so they did plug us. Cool. Thanks, guys. But man, I can't remember the name because I don't listen to AM radio around here. I used to listen to AM all the time, but I don't anymore. That morning show that's on KDKA. If you like talk radio, those guys were nice. So thank you for having us in your house. So that's awesome. Maybe I can interview you one day when I take over the entire radio world. But anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to get going. We'll maybe see you next week, but I'll definitely see you Sunday night with Center Mass with Rob and Silent J. I'm Silent J, and I'm going to get going. But before I get going, I want you to all remember this. If you're in a position of hierarchy at a job and somebody sends you paperwork that'll benefit them, just push the stuff through. All right? See you next week. Maybe. I'll see you Sunday. Bye, guys.
For my family, for my friends, for those that we lost our slave. This is a message, this is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side crew. For my family, for my friends, for those that we lost our slave. This is a message, this is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side crew. I remember all the times we spent.